Thousands of you enjoyed the NHL opening week $9 special, so it's only fair that we offer the NBA fans the same deal. Every NBA daily package for the opening week through Monday, October 25th is just $9. That's right, you will not be paying $25 for a package, nor will you be paying $35 for 5% best bets for the opening week of the NBA, as all daily basketball packages are only $9. Make sure to tune in every Monday through Friday for the NBA tip-off show on WagerTalk TV, and then save and start the NBA season with a slam dunk deal.
Holy crap, I cannot believe it. It is time for, a brand new edition of the NBA tip-off show powered by WagerTalk.com. The 2021-22 season, it begins tonight, and we could not be happier to have these gentlemen back in action again. Some familiar faces, gentlemen. Welcome back in. Mr. Ski Prophet in the house. Tony Mejia here, and one of the original OGs of the NBA tip-off show. Yes, we lost a bet, Ski and I, so here he is, Tony Finn, in the house here, looking to break down a couple of games tonight for you. But first, let's catch up with these gentlemen. Ski Prophet, what's been going on, my man? I know you continuing to rock and roll. It's your favorite time of year right about now. So what do you got going on, man? What have you been up to?
I've been doing WNBA, stuff like that. So that just finished up. Sky won a championship. Now we got NBA going. Can't believe I'm stuck with you and Tony Finn again, but hey, I get to cap NBA again.
It is the NBA. And the best part is we don't have to talk about Kawhi Leonard. Not at least anyway to start, so it's even better. No Clipper talk either. Tony Mejia, what is going on, brother? I know you are. Listen, you're busier than a one-legged man in an ass-kicking contest, brother. You all over the map. So help us out here. Tell us, what do you got going on at WagerTalk.com, and how did you end up in the NBA last year?
Well, since I'm your eyes and ears on soccer and Tony Finn's on pins and needles, right before we started, Lionel Messi tied the game up for PSG against Leipzig. So you guys can rest easy on that. I have been very swamped by my best football weekend of the season, both college and pro. I'm up to 20-10 in the circus contest, which has got me in the top 200. So that's working out. Baseball's been really good. Soccer's going on. Ready for NBA. We have got $9 package, which is loaded with futures and win totals and MVP and comeback player awards and all of that. Most improved. So yeah, we're rocking. Gold Sheets up and running. We got previews up on that for the start of the NBA season. College basketball's around the corner, so that's all got us kind of with our heads all over the place. But it's great to be busy, like I said earlier, and coming off that college football show. So be sure to tune into that after we're done here.
Yeah, we got midweek football. We're back to midweek NBA. We still got a World Series we've got to get through. Tony Finn, I know you got your finger on all of it, my friend. Another profitable NBA season last year. Certainly the playoffs, if I recall correctly. What else you got going on at Wager Talk, man?
I just listened to Tony. I'm exhausted just listening to him. I'm ready for it all to be over. They haven't even started yet. I feel like it. I do. Some mornings I feel like it's already February. You know, you guys how we feel in February when we've been through that the whole kit and caboodle. But everything's going good. It's going good. NFL college football season could be better, but it's early still. As far as I'm concerned, week 6, week 7, week 8, right in there, depending on the league you're talking about, and excited about the NBA, excited about college basketball as well. Let's pick some winners. What do you say?
All right, let's do it here now, guys. There's 1,230 games in the regular season here at the NBA. We got 2 tonight, so let's not overreact, and no matter what the hell happens here tonight, because it is back to a long-ass season. But we do have 2 games tonight, and the first one we're going to talk about, let's talk about the champs, guys. The Milwaukee Bucks taking on the Brooklyn Nets. Opens up a pick'em. It's seen it now. The Brooklyn, I think, last check, a point and a half, somewhere along those lines. 240.5 as a opening for a total. So, Ski, start us off here, my man. Talk to us about the champs here, opening up the new season. How you approaching this one?
Well, congrats to the champs. It's interesting that they pulled it off. You had Drew Holiday, you had Chris Middleton finish up the finals, go play Olympic basketball, and now come back here today. And I just feel like in all sports, really, and I don't have numbers to really back up all sports, but this is just my feeling. The team who wins the championship, they kind of are like hung over or have a letdown or something. And I know looking at the NBA specifically, it's happened 3 of the last 4 years with the Raptors being the only team that won and covered in overtime versus the Pelicans. So, and they had something to prove, I think, coming back without Kawhi. So I could see in this game, the Nets got put out by Milwaukee in the Eastern Conference Finals. They put up a fight. They were competitive. They could have even won that series, and James Harden wasn't even healthy. So now you have a healthy James Harden. You have Patty Mills on the bench. I just think it's a spot where, and I hate to use this because it's not really the way I cap all the time, but I think Brooklyn gets a little bit of revenge to start the season. And so I like the Nets. Another play that I also like, I just thought the number was extremely too low. It's climbing up, but I think it should be like 10. James Harden last year, he averaged a little bit under 11 assists per game. And I got his assist prop at 8.5 last night.
Ooh.
It's up to 9.5 minus 140 now. And I think it's 10 plus. Like, I think you see James Harden at least get a double in this game. So wrap it up for me. I like the Nets. I like Harden to have success. And that's how I'm starting the season off.
Certainly going to be some familiar faces on that court, Tony. Continuity is obviously pretty big in the NBA here. So knowing what you know from the offseason on both of these two squads, how do you approach game one here of the season?
Well, continuity-wise, that favors the Bucks because at this point the Nets have welcomed in Paul Millsap. Ski just mentioned Patty Mills. He's in the mix. LaMarcus Aldridge, welcome back. The Nets could have definitely used him last season. He's now been medically cleared, so he's returning. We got James Johnson, the Ninja Master. He's on the Nets roster. I'm sure Steve Nash will find a purpose for him. And in a parallel universe, Kevin Durant hit that shot on June 18th and sent the Bucks out, and Mike Budenholzer isn't the coach anymore, and Kyrie Irving's vaccinated, and we're celebrating the banner going up in Brooklyn. So it all could hinge, change on one little instance, and it was Durant coming up just short, the Bucks winning in overtime, and then the wow factor that became what happened out west with the Suns getting out there and Drew Holiday stepping up in the NBA Finals that nobody saw coming, and Middleton really rising to the occasion, and all of a sudden Budenholzer has a job, and the Bucks are your NBA champs. And will that be a driving force tonight for Kevin Durant? Sure. But, for me, capping this game, it's on the total. I don't know if we're going to give best bets now, so I don't really want to go too deep into it. But your best friend, Joe Raineri, Sandro Mamukelashvili, out of Seton Hall, is going to play a big role in this game, and I'll explain why later.
All right, I love it. I'm buying a vowel as well there. By the way, Ski, breaking news, Ben Simmons on his way to the Lakers. To watch, really just to watch, because there's really nothing. He's not allowed in the Sixers gym at this point. So talk to me here. Tony, Finn, starting off game number one here with the champs. What do you think we're going to see here tonight from these two?
Well, I would agree with Ski. I think the Nets are the entire package he laid out for you as far as revenge goes and those kind of bits and pieces. The truth is that I would typically stay away or fade a team that was going to add a lot of pieces that don't have, we don't play a lot of NBA preseason games, and typically teams that do add a lot of pieces need some time to kind of gel.
Oh, sorry. Didn't mean to. Oh, we hammered his ass already, man, working through. That's all right. We'll get you back, man. Go ahead, Finn. You got it.
I need to get 3 of those buzzers, but so Milwaukee finishes 30-12 in the East, 26-10 at home. They shoot 49% from the field, 39% from the 3-point. They weed their way through a horrible traffic mess there. They get fortunate, in my opinion. They get the Hawks in the East Championship game. Then they get the Suns in the West. Two teams that are probably a couple years ahead of where we thought they would be. and they win the championship. And we come to a new season. They have all this. And the only person they don't bring back from last year's championship team was Tucker, if I believe, PJ. And they're not even favored in their own conference. Who's the favorite? The Nets. The Nets diversified. They're not going to be all Durant or all Harden Durant or I don't think it matters that Tyrie's not there. They knew who Tyree was last year before the season started. They got reintroduced to it last year on how many occasions when he decides he's going to take a few days off, right? Really, Patty Mills is a big addition for that both of these guys mentioned. He's a big addition because of his experience. He's played on a championship team with San Antonio. He can come in and score a little bit from the outside and handle the point if he has to. Javon Carter, though, is a guy I really like. I think that this is a guy they're going to use to pressure the opposing point. They can knock down a three if he has to. He's not a big playmaker. He's not going to create off the dribble, really, but open looks or no dribble looks to the three. I like the Nets here. I like the Nets in the East to win. I like them to win the whole thing. I like them to be in the finals as opposed to Milwaukee, and I like them tonight in opening night. I think at a pick 'em or plus 1.5 where you can get to. I think there's some favor. There has to be some distraction, right, for this ring ceremony and some of the stuff that goes on along with the opening night for a champion.
Yeah, that entire explanation was a distraction, in fact, there, Tony Finn. You could have just said you like the Nets and we would have moved on. All right, guys, that's game number one. I'm so looking forward to this season here. By the way, some of the future numbers here we're working with, guys, win total. You can see making the playoffs or not if you really think things are going to go hard left. Just about even money to win the Eastern Conference, NBA title. A little over 2-1 here, Ski. So let me ask you quick, though. Any sort of Nets futures that you would lean towards here?
Well, based upon what was on the screen, I would think if I had to play one of those, it probably would be Nets team total under. And my reason would be, we all saw the Nets last year in the playoffs. They can't afford to go into the playoffs limping in, injured, hurt. I think that they'll eventually start to rest Harden, rest KD, and they just realize that the playoffs are more important than the regular season. So for that reason, I'll lean under on their win total.
All right, leaning under there. It'll be interesting. A lot of questions still to be answered here, and we'll debate it, obviously, all throughout the week here on the NBA Tip-Off Show as we get ready for the 21-22 NBA season. We'll move on to game number 2 here tonight. It is a late game, 10 p.m. Eastern time tip. And who else? The Lakers taking on the Golden State Warriors. Lakers open up 4.5. 230.5 is a total at the open, Tony Mejia. So what are we going to do here with this Lakers team? Does Westbrook adjust? Do they adjust to him? What do you think we're going to see here tonight in this one?
Yeah, a lot of moving parts, and I think that's entirely why we saw the Lakers go 0-5 during the preseason. The Warriors went 5-0. Is that why people are jumping all over Golden State here to the point where we might get this line down to 3 by tip? It's 3 at Circa, I think, right now, and at some other spots, 3.5 is out there for those that want Golden State plus the points. But the Warriors were perfect the preseason, and the Lakers, like you said, have to incorporate Westbrook. They have to incorporate Carmelo Anthony. Dwight Howard's back. They've got shooters now with Malik Monk and Wayne Ellington joining the fray. And it'll be a Lakers team that has just a couple of guys that were on the team last year. Even Taylor Horton-Tucker, who I was looking forward to watching play in this rotation, injured for this one. So we'll see. And the one thing that we can hinge our hat on if you're going to ride the Lakers is LeBron James looks like LeBron James again. 30 points in 28 minutes the other night in the dress rehearsal. And Anthony Davis, so long as he stays healthy, he's going to be the best player on the court. So, they'll be who they are. For Golden State, Steve Kerr has said that Andrew Wiggins is still a couple of weeks away from reaching his peak conditioning level. That's obviously not optimal when you're facing LeBron. He had a little bit of trepidation as far as getting vaccinated, so he didn't do so till late in the process, and now he's working his way back. Draymond Green also has some limitations to where they might put him on a minutes restriction tonight. Also, again, since he's going to be on LeBron duty and Anthony Davis, that's not something you want to see if you're riding Golden State. So it's Steph Curry or bust, and Steph just went for 40 on the final preseason game, so he's clearly at midseason form. So this will be fun to watch. These are the two Western Conference favorites, and I actually I'm interested in whether the books and the betting public actually believes that these two are the teams to beat in the West, or it's just a popularity contest at this point in the futures game, because Phoenix has been there. Utah's going to be much better, I think, with Donovan Mitchell taking off. Denver, once they get Jamal Murray back, is going to be a threat. And Golden State still has to get Klay Thompson acclimated, and the Lakers have to become the Lakers once again, and that probably will be a process that will take months. But these are the two teams everybody wants to watch. They're facing each other for the third time in the last few weeks because they've already played 2 exhibition games against one another. And again, the top two teams, odds-wise, to win the West.
Yeah, Jordan Poole actually has played really well in the preseason, keeping that spot warm for Klay Thompson, because his ass is coming back here for sure, Tony Finn. But listen, are you concerned at all? I mean, the Lakers, just win one preseason game. Poor Ski been sweating his ass the whole goddamn preseason. He's like, what, are you kidding me? Westbrook looks like garbage. Like, what's going on here, Tony Finn? Do you trust the Lakers to get it right here tonight against the Warriors?
Not tonight, I don't. I mean, they enter after, like you mentioned, a winless preseason. They're already injured, trying to put new pieces together. Ariza, like Horton Tucker. These guys are expected to be major pieces of the rotation. They've already undergone surgery. I mean, there's Ellington, there's Kendrick Dunn. They're dealing with ankle issues. How can anyone possibly be backing the Lakers tonight against Steve Kerr and Curry? And the NBA's back. NBA's back. LeBron and Curry on opening night. That's exciting stuff. But the Lakers have overhauled, guys. They have a lot of moving pieces, and it's all that was trying to fit around James and Anthony. And I kind of question the Westbrook addition. I don't know that he's the guy that's going to mend broken hearts or create cohesion in a unity in a locker room. But then what do I know, right? Listen, the Warriors, how about this? 49 three-point attempts per game in the preseason. 49. That's ludicrous. But if you like basketball, NBA style, the way it's supposed to be played now, pretty exciting stuff. Not anything like the Lakers play. Nothing. Klay Thompson's not back. Golden State, they made a decision. I questioned them picking their lottery, choosing to keep lottery picks. I thought maybe they would trade one of those to get an experienced player to give us an indication that they were going to win now. They wanted to win now. However, the additions they did this offseason, and Joe, you mentioned it, Poole, listen, this guy played really good. What did he do? I think he led the team in scoring during preseason. Not that's a big deal. I don't know how much weight you put on preseason, but Kuminga and Moody, the additions there are pretty good. Not include Otto Porter, who shoots 55% from three-pointer in preseason, and then BJ, 44%. Poole, I'm just looking at it now. He did lead he led the team in scoring in the preseason. So this is an experienced, veteran, balanced roster that's bringing back Klay Thompson. They bring back Iggy, and so I'm looking at these two rosters, looking at the healthiest of the two teams coming into the preseason. Teams have already seen each other. It's hard not to actually forget the points here. How do you not like the plus 140 on the Warriors? And if the total in this game, guys, it's difficult. Here's the deal: we got two teams kind of contrary in style, but if the Golden State's shooting 45 or 50 3-pointers tonight, and all they had to do, let's just say hypothetically they hit 30% of those, then can the Lakers even score that many points? Give me the Warriors on the money line.
Taking the Warriors on the ML. All right, Ski, I got to ask you, because if anybody's going to know, you're the litmus test here for the Lakers. So the question number one is, how long do you think it takes for Westbrook to kind of adjust and everyone get acclimated? It is a bit of a roster overhaul with this Lakers team, so how worried are you about them coming together?
I'm not worried. I know eventually they'll get it together. I think point guard is the hardest position to transition to, but like LeBron said, no matter who's been on whatever team he has, he always figures out a way to make it work. So I do have confidence in that. I I am going to use this game as a best bet, but I want to touch on some things that Tony Finn said. Just talking about the three-pointers, like every year we continue to see the totals in the NBA get higher, higher, and higher. Why? Because all these teams are shooting more three-pointers. And in general, when I'm looking to back some teams and when I'm looking at win totals, etc., like I want teams that can shoot the three, I want teams that can defend the three, and I want teams that can rebound. So that's kind of the main thing that I'm looking at. And since I'm going to use this game as a best bet, I did see some futures numbers up there for these teams. I'll just kind of touch on those a little bit. For the Warrior side, I mean, in this game and in the season in general, I mean, if you like the Warriors, they're not going anywhere without Steph Curry. They're going to need Steph Curry to be unanimous in order for them to even have a chance. So if I'm going to be betting any kind of future for the Warriors, it's going to be Steph Curry to win MVP at plus 700. For the Lakers side, you know, I only think one other team is even in competition or has a chance to win the Western Conference. So I can understand a play on them at like 2-1. But what I like the most for a future for the Lakers is going to be if they're going to have success, and it's going to be mostly because of Anthony Davis, and it's going to be going for him to get Defensive Player of the Year, plus 600. I think he's going to have to be the guy who makes up for everybody else's, everybody else's, I don't know what the word is, but everybody else's defensive limits, I guess.
Right.
He's going to have to make it for everybody else in order for the Lakers to have success. So I like him at Defensive Player of the Year, plus 600.
I took the prop minus 50,000. Will Anthony Davis get hurt? Seemed like a pretty much a shoe-in there at this point here at some particular point here. But I do think.
What was the price?
Yeah, it was. Forget about it. It's a lot. I stopped counting after 9 zeros. That was it. But it should be an interesting, this whole dichotomy with this Westbrook thing. And all the different parts in there, while you have Davis and you have LeBron, it should be interesting to see how this team progresses week to week here and the rotations and the lineups that they put out there. So it should be a lot of fun to watch this whole thing unfold. So let's do it here, guys. We've got 2 games here on the board. Obviously, tomorrow's going to be, we'll go down the board. We'll bring back our contrarian plays of the day and overtime. We got a couple of new features as well that we'll be doing with you. But I'll start with you, Tony Mejia. Of these 2 games here tonight, is there one that you might be leaning towards a little bit more than the others?
Yes, I'm going to go with the over in Houston. In Milwaukee and Brooklyn. And the reason why it started at 240, it's bet down at 233. I'm sure everybody's saying, well, it's opening night, Tony. The heck, man, these guys are just going to get going offensively. It's about getting a little bit of a rhythm, getting a little bit of a run. Well, Mike Budenholzer has no pause button. He wants you to run up and down. Same with Steve Nash, push pace. So here's where I'm mostly going with this and why I think I'm going to join these fine gentlemen and also put in a play on the Nets. No Bobby Portis tonight for the Milwaukee Bucks. That means that your friend Mamu Kelishvili is going to get minutes. He's the primary big coming off the bench, and he's a two-way player. I mean, they're really not prepared to start the season this way. Thanasis Antetokounmpo is going to play a lot. By the way, Ian Eagle becomes the primary TNT guy. He's going to earn his money tonight. He's got to say Mamu Kelishvili. He's got to say Georgi Kalitsakis. Kudos to him as he embarks as Marv Albert's primary replacement. We also get to see Stan Van Gundy back in the announcer's seat. But again, it's going to be small ball for the Bucks because I think those guys will play. But for the most part, you're going to have Giannis protecting the paint when Brook Lopez sits. And then you're going to go with Pat Connaughton, who got a lot of minutes at the 4 during the postseason. Jordan Noor, I think we'll see a lot more of him. They actually have Grayson Allen to come out and trip people now and shoot threes. So that's a guy that is going to be somebody that correlates with a faster pace and get open looks. And as far as the Nets go, they've got Durant and Harden pushing and really trying to get their teammates involved. So when they draw doubles, you'll see guys like Paul Millsap and Blake Griffin, get easy shots. Nick Claxton at the rim probably get some oops, and we'll get up and down. So the fact that it's come down from 240 to 237 to 233, you missed your boat on the under.
Yeah, I was going to say, I was trying to be nice, show number one. We put the 60 seconds on there, but Robert, he was itching to buzz your ass, man. I'm just telling you right now. But the bottom line is, don't anticipate a lot of defense here tonight in this game. Expect more offense than defense. I'm with you on the over on that one. Talk to me here, Tony Mejia. Don't make me slap 60 seconds on the damn clock for you. So go ahead, break it down. Where are you going here tonight?
You said Mejia again. You sure you didn't want to say Finn?
No, I can't. Yes, Tony Finn. Yeah, well, you know. You just know. You know.
Okay. I'm going to change everything. I know that I said before the show, before we went on air, my best bet was going to be on the Nets. I'm going to change it because I listened to Ski. I'm going to make I don't know what the odds are. I was trying to look them up while I was listening to Mejia. And, but my best bet's going to be the Lakers don't even make the playoffs this year.
Oh!
Win the West. You have a team that can't stay healthy. How the hell are you going to keep? We saw what happened to this team last year when Davis went down, and then when Kane goes down. Worse yet, they hang their hat. They hang their hat, guys, on defense. And what do? They go trade their best two wing defenders for a piece they thought was going to make them better. They've given away what they do best, which is defense, in a trade. They got an old roster full of old guys, old as me. They can't possibly play 82 games, let alone or 40 games for that matter. So yeah, why not? I'm showing 550. I know I'm late, but 550. Lakers not to make the playoffs. One more time. One more buzzer. Thank you.
Robert is not messing around this year, guys. He's under strict orders to hammer your asses. I'm just telling you right now. Keep it tight, damn it.
Buzzer on opening night.
All right, Ski. No, did he say not make the playoffs? Is that what he said there, my friend? Talk to me, man. Where you go? Rebuttal, please.
Well, first off, Tony, if you can't find anybody to book your action, you know where to find me.
Okay, right here, right now. What's the odds? What are you going to give me?
Hey, let me give you my 50 seconds.
I don't want to mess up your 60 seconds.
All right, so how I feel about this game that I'm going to use. I talked about what's important to me. Golden State's the third worst rebounding team in the league last season. They're missing Wiseman. They're missing Kuminga. They're just going to have Kevon Looney versus Anthony Davis and company. They're not getting a single board. He's not stopping Anthony Davis. Like, what are you really betting on right here? I get that the Lakers didn't look good in preseason. Warriors did, but it's the preseason. It doesn't even really matter. Tony Mejia mentioned it. Draymond on a minutes limit. Wiggins on a minutes limit. If you like the Warriors, why are you not just hammering Steph Curry props? I just see, and Tony Mejia also mentioned, Lakers got a lot of other shooters, like a lot of guys who shoot over 40%. So I think they can keep up with the Warriors in this game. I like the Lakers to win by more than 3 points. I got it at circa.
Boom! Thank you very much. That's how you do it. Ski is already mid-season form, unlike you two asswipes over there, already getting buzzed a million times. Once again, give us the best bet recap. Here we go. Ski Profit says he is now taking action from Tony Finn, also laying 3 with the Lakers here tonight. Tony Mejia says don't expect defense here, guys. Nets, Bucks, expect points, and more points. Over 233. And Tony Finn says, ha-ha, first bet in with Ski. Lakers to miss the playoffs, plus 550. He is all over it. But, things were going swimmingly right there in the beginning, and then it really started. The knives came out on the end. I don't know what happened. It went hard left there. But that, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, is episode number 1 here, NBA Tip-Off Show. Hit that bell in the upper right-hand corner. And do not forget, all week long, the opportunity for you to hop on $9 packages. That's right, $9 NBA packages here for the first week of the season here. Take advantage of it now. Visit Ski Profit at WagerTalk, Tony Mejia's page at WagerTalk, as well as Tony Finn, guys. Hop on over to WagerTalk.com. Let us start making money, building that bankroll right off the bat here. Week number 1 of the NBA season. Visit these guys over at WagerTalk.com. All right, hit that bell in the upper right-hand corner, guys. We'll be back again same time tomorrow. Episode number 2 as we get ready. The NBA season is upon us. On behalf of Ski Profit, Tony Mejia, and Tony Finn, appreciate the time, guys. Best of luck with your plays tonight. We'll talk to you again tomorrow.
With the WagerTalk one-day Power Pass, you receive every play from every betting consultant for 1 day at the ridiculously discounted price of just $1.99. What's better than 1 day of great games? Watching, following, and winning those games. Get your sportsbook edge with the entire WagerTalk team of handicappers with this one-day Power Pass. Every WagerTalk expert in every game they release for just 1 day. Your WagerTalk one-day Power Pass is right here, and it's yours for just $1.99.